Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Doug Fireside, and I'm going to be facilitating today's webinar focusing on teacher mentoring, lessons learned, and next steps, brought to you by the REL Southwest Educator Effectiveness Research Alliance. I want to welcome everyone, and if you haven't already done so, I'd like to direct you to the bottom of your screen where it says Introductions, and if you would take a few minutes to or a few moments to type in your name and what you do, and your connection with teacher mentoring, that would be great. Also, as we go through the presentations today, if you have any questions that pop up, please make sure you share them. We do have time in our agenda for questions and discussion towards the end. As you can see from the agenda up on the screen, we're going to start with the national perspective on teacher induction and teacher mentoring. Then we're going to move down to a presentation from the Tulsa Public School System and their new teacher support program, and as I mentioned, we'll have time for questions and answers. You may have noticed when you registered that we did collect some questions, so we're going to start with those questions in our Q&A time, and then we'll move on to questions that come up in the chat box. So, as I mentioned, my name is Doug, and I'm from the REL Southwest, and what we do in the REL Southwest is we work with a number of states, Arkansas, Louisiana, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas. We bring stakeholders together from those states, and we ask them what type of educational research questions are they interested in answering. We do some of the research based on their priorities, and we present that information. And we work in a number of different areas. We call them research alliances. As you can see, there's pre-kindergarten English language, charter schools, New Mexico Achievement Gap. The one that I'm working with as the liaison between the researchers and practitioners is the Educator Effectiveness Alliance. We have a number of reports that are getting ready to be shared from the Educator Effectiveness Research Alliance. The first one is an analysis of data from the pilot implementation of the Texas Teacher Evaluation and Support System, better known as TTES. We also have a descriptive study of teacher mobility in Texas, which is also getting set to be released to our alliance and then released to the larger audience. Our goal for today is to learn about the benefits, challenges, and considerations for implementing teacher mentoring programs for both new teachers as well as experienced teachers. We hope that by the end of today's event, that you have a better understanding of the impact that high-quality teacher mentoring programs can have on both student achievement as well as teacher retention and attraction. We can increase your awareness of the models of teacher mentoring, including some of the challenges of implementation. That by the end you'll be able to understand how these programs impact teacher recruitment and retention. And finally, that you'll have a chance to think about the ways that this information might be used in the work that you do. Our presenters for today are Lisa Lachlan from the American Institutes for Research and Katy Ackley, who works for the Tulsa, Oklahoma Public School System. We did have a third presenter scheduled from Escambia, Florida. Unfortunately, she was not able to attend. We'll miss her, but we also know that there is information about Escambia's teacher mentoring program available online. I encourage you to search that information out. We're going to start with Lisa Lachlan, who's going to give our first overview presentation. Again, please remember to introduce yourself in the chat box and go ahead and ask any of the questions that you might have. Lisa?